so much noise first thing in the morning?
Yeah, well, I'm sorry if I disturbed you, but I thought I heard your alarm about half an hour ago.
Well, so did I, but I thought I was dreaming till I heard you clattering around down here.
Well, is your bedroom right above the kitchen?
Right above.
Never a good place to put it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I was about to make some coffee.
Yes, so I see. Or should I say, heard. Oh, here, let me the other way.
Well, that's backwards, isn't it?
Oh, with mechanical objects, I never bother whether it's backwards or forwards, just what works, with the minimum of noise.
Well, do you run to bacon and eggs?
No, I flick my fingers and they run to me. Oh, the man can laugh, I never knew.
And the woman can nag, I always suspected. Bacon. Thank you.
May I get the eggs, please?
As you wish.
I'll show you how quietly it can be done.
Who told you that I liked my eggs scrambled?
Hot. I wish you would eat a cooked breakfast. I can do your bacon and eggs.
Never do. Not even for you.
Oh, breakfast time. Do you have coffee or tea?
Whatever's going.
What do you like?
What have you made?
Oliver, just tell me.
Coffee. Smells like coffee.
Oh, thank God for that.
That's what you made?
That's what I mean. Now, what time will you be back this evening?
Early.
How early?
About 6. Why?
Good. I want to cook you something special.
This toast is rather special. It's only burnt on one side.
Do you want to ruin my morning?
You don't need to do anything special.
Just to prove I can.
You don't have to prove a thing, not a single thing.
Hello. May I speak to my husband? Sally.
This time of the morning.
Well, no.
Hello?
Good morning, darling. I'm sorry to disturb you, but the central heating's kaput.
What?
Yes, packed in all together last night. We were practically frozen solid. Marion's fiddled about with it, and now it's overheating. The pipes are thumping away like mad, so do you think you could come and have a look? There didn't seem any point in getting a plumber in, because you're so clever with it. In 2 minutes flat, you can fix it. So, will you be an angel?
Yes.
Soon?
Well,
Well, you see, when it starts this banging noise, I am so terrified the whole thing's going to blow up.
it won't do that.
Yes, but even so,
Yeah,
could you manage this morning?
All right, I'll see if I can fit it in.
Oh, super.
Goodbye.
Oliver, Joyce phoned from Canada last night.
Good.
Oh, it was lovely to hear from her.
Good.
I'll tell you all about it when you get here. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What is it this time?
Central heating. That only leaves the roof, the drains, the loose window on the skylight. Start the lawnmower. Defrost the freezer.
She'll run out of ideas in the end.
Oh, she's only just started. She's a hell of a way to go.
Super.
Right, bacon and eggs. At last.
Well, the eggs seem to have pulled themselves together.
You know, I was wondering whether to take you in with me this morning.
In where?
See my solicitors. David advised me to go to them.
Sound advice. If and when the compulsory purchase order does come, you want to get as much as you can. Whatever else I said about the house, it is capital.
David also advised me to take you with me.
You did?
He did. Making friends right, left, and centre, aren't you? Oh.
All right, I'll do it. Hello?
Hello. Is that Chimneys?
Yes.
Is that Richard Lord?
Yes, what do you want?
Is Jill Harvey there?
Hang on. Jill? Paul Ross.
Good morning. We didn't arrange a definite time. I was wondering where and when I can wait for you to pick me up. Yes, but... Well, I don't think that's a very good idea. Well, I'm sorry, I'm neither in the condition nor in the position to argue with you, so good morning. I had a very important telephone call to make, which I didn't want to be overheard on the telephone in the servants' quarters.
I thought you two would still be breakfasting. Where's the secretary?
Oh, secretaries in this country, J. Henry, do not get up at this hour of the morning.
And I have some letters I want to dictate urgently. Where's Jill?
She won't be coming in this morning. She was to have gone to the town hall with me, but it seems Richard Lloyd has dissuaded her. So she will now be going not to the town hall, but to her solicitor with him.
Was this the phone call you had to make to fix up a time?
Yes, this was.
Odd that Richard Lloyd didn't tell you that without your having to ring his chalet.
What's even more odd is that I didn't ring his chalet at all, yet he answered the telephone. At Chimneys. I trust you will all enjoy your breakfasts, sooner or later.
Oh, it isn't as easy as it looks.
Leave it, I'll do it later.
Oh, thanks, Glenn. I never was much of a hand at knitting. You're not feeling poorly, are you?
No,
Been a bit scratchy.
I was just waiting to hear. I think they'd have said something.
Oh, Luke, it's just early days yet. Nothing to report. You remember what you told me?
Yeah, I expect you're right.
Who are you writing to?
Oh, a friend of mine used to work at the motel. She got married, moved away.
I wouldn't fancy that, being a waitress.
It's all right. Meet some interesting people.
Not as interesting as our lot, I bet. Hey, you won't be able to go back to that, will you?
What?
Waitressing. I mean, if it works, if you get pregnant, you won't be able to go back to that, will you, walking around with trays and that? I mean, they won't let you. It's not on.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Hey, you're right. What am I going to do for a job?
If I was you, I wouldn't do anything. I'd stop at home, take it easy.
It's easy for you to say. We need the money. We were saving for a house before this. The baby's put us back to square one.
Glenn, you're not sure, are you? I mean, your husband must do all right in building trade.
Not enough. It's only a small firm.
Luke, now don't go sounding off, but, well, me and Mitch, we're not short of a bob or two, as I expect you've noticed.
Rachel.
No, now, Luke, if you need money to see you through, it's yours. No questions asked. I don't want you to go taking any risks. If you get pregnant, that's all that's going to matter. You can't afford to have pride. Now, I'm serious.
It's very kind of you, Rachel, but I can't. Kevin would go spare.
Any luck?
Thermostat, it's all right now.
Oh, clever you.
Don't let anyone go touching it.
Oh, wouldn't dream. Are you not leaving already?
Yes, I've got to.
Well, I've just made coffee.
I've already had coffee this morning.
I see. I suppose she makes wonderful coffee. I do think you might have phoned to tell me you were moving in with her.
I was going to.
I should have been the first to know. It was charming having to find out from Barbara Hunter.
What?
Well, not precisely, but she told me that you booked out of the motel, and how do you think I felt about that?
Sorry.
That's all very well.
So let's leave it, shall we?
Just like that. Suffer in silence.
Look, I did not know there was going to be an emergency. I did not know that your car was going to refuse to start for anyone but me. I did not know that the thermostat was going to occupy all of 3 minutes of my attention.
Might as well have the coffee, hey? I was telling you about Joyce.
Ah, yes.
Oh, it was nice to hear her.
Phone, did she? Just out of the blue?
Well, no. I phoned her, to be precise. Just for a little chat.
Good.
Sends love.
Yes. Listen,
Still taking sugar?
Sal.
She hasn't put you on any silly diets?
No, Sal.
Glad to hear it.
There's something I want to say.
Yes?
I want a divorce.
It'll all have to be undone.
Glenn, that took me 2 days to knit.
You'll just have to start again, won't you?
You decent?
What are you doing here? It's not visiting time.
Sister turned a blind eye. Bought him the clean nightie your mum forgot last night.
Well, you needn't have bothered. I've got a spare.
Oh, don't shout at him for coming, love. Made my day.
What's that you knitting?
Don't ask.
Mrs. Banks, just a minute. Rachel.
Now, don't get excited. Oh, she's been like that all morning. She thinks it's time she heard something.
And is it?
Bit early if you ask me, but you never know. Hey, now don't you go getting worried about her. She'll be okay.
This implant, when they put the egg back in.
Nothing to it.
It's everything to her, love.
No.
It's the only way. The best way.
For you, maybe.
For all of us. The most civilized.
Oh, that's marvellous, that is. Civilization all of a sudden. What does that amount to? That I wrap up 30 years nice and tidily so that you and she can troll off without any guilty feelings? Is that what you want?
No.
Well, what then?
We're with each other already, and we intend to stay that way no matter what. It's just that we'd like it to be legal.
I wouldn't have thought she was so fussy.
Well, it's what she'd prefer.
Well, she's going to be unlucky then, isn't she?
Oh, well, if you're going to be vindictive.
Vindictive? Look, do you think I care so little about you that I can watch you be carted off like a milkman taking away the empties? We've had a life, not 10 minutes of pleasure together. I don't care what she wants. She's not going to get it from me, no way whatsoever.
It's me as well.
Well, you too. I don't believe you're going to find any happiness there.
Yes, I am.
You're kidding yourself, and I will not subscribe to it. Oh, if you want to go and be a fool, well, all right, go ahead and be one. You go and live with her till all this gloss, this instant sunshine starts to fade. Wait till a few clouds gather, Oliver. Come and tell me what you think of her then. Just you wait till the first time you catch her look at another man with a twinkle in her eye, and she will. Don't think because it's all blissful at the moment it won't happen. With her sort, it always does. And sooner than you think.
And in view of the fact that Mrs. Harvey is a fellow director of this motel, I wish you to give her all legal assistance she may require from you, debiting all charges to my personal account. That's the last letter, Sue, if you want to take lunch.
Was that a letter to your lawyer about Jill Harvey?
Yes.
She'll be very touched that you came to her aid so quickly.
I hope so. Are you touched? Aren't you hungry? Off you go.
Thank you, Mr. Pollard.
I fancy our Jill has been a little indiscreet.
Who?
Yes, she had breakfast with Richard Lloyd.
That's indiscreet.
Well, they didn't have it here. They had it at Chimneys. And Paul Ross, of course, found out.
You think they...
Well, Paul Ross does, but then, of course, he would. Now, I never think suspiciously about a man and a woman, however well suited, before I've heard the full story.
You don't.
No.
You could have fooled me. So you think suspiciously about me and Councillor Berry because we're not well suited? Or do you think suspiciously about me, whoever the man might be?
I thought about it all last night. Now, there are two things we can do. The first concerns Miranda. You could go to Italy to visit her there and perhaps stay some time.
That sounds more like a thing that I can do than a thing that we could do.
You wouldn't want to.
What's the other thing?
I found out that Berry has a housekeeper.
What? I'm sorry. I don't think I heard you quite correctly.
I found out that Berry has a housekeeper.
Did Richard Lloyd find out for you?
No, he refuses to do things like that for me.
Oh, I see. So I've had a private detective on my tail again, have
No,
I?
Val. Berry telephoned me. He's a very ridiculous person. But I think he genuinely sounded, well, frightened of me. And I tend to believe people when they sound like that. So is it true, this comical story?
Which comical story is that?
That he passed out and his housekeeper put him to bed, not you?
Or which would you like it to be? Comically true or tragically untrue?
Well, if it is true, I see no reason why you should go to Italy.
I do, Jay.
I had no right to suspect you, Val.
Except the right to suspect me next time. The right you felt you had to suspect me last time. And the right you will always feel you have to suspect me every time.
Valerie, I want you to stay.
You always say that afterwards. And I always say, very well, until the next time.
Say it this time.
I sometimes fear I'll say it. Always.
Switchboard, cancel that flight to Italy that I ordered for my wife, will you please? Thank you.
Fool's errand. Next time I call the experts in, whoever trivial.
Yes.
Actually, I only went there because I wanted to talk to her.
What about?
About the divorce.
I see. And how did she take that?
She didn't. She won't have it on any grounds.
I see.
It's the only power she's got, and by God, she's going to use it.
Oh, come on. It doesn't matter.
It does, and you knew it.
No, I don't.
Look, if we're going to get married...
When did I ever say anything about that?
We talked about it.
You talked about it.
And you agreed.
I agreed, yes, but it's never been a condition. I'm a day-to-day person. And that does not mean to say that I take things lightly. Things can be very precious on a day-to-day basis. I don't mind living like that, not with you. I honestly don't think that anything we have got is going to be diminished just because the third finger of my left hand looks a little bit naked. Eh?
I suppose I'm a bit old-fashioned. Don't keep up with the times. I just like it to be honest.
It is.
And open and legal.
Oh, 2 out of 3 is not bad.
I want all 3.
I know, darling. But if we can't have them, we've got to learn to live without them. Oh, come on. We'll survive.
It's going to take a little longer. Without our cooperation, it might be 2 years.
And will you still love me when I'm old and as grey as you are?
How can you laugh at everything?
Practice.